Hello, my name is Christine Coleman, and during this month of April, my deepest condolences go to all the Tutsis whose loved ones were killed in 1994 in the Rwanda Genocide. My deepest condolences as well go to all the Hutus who were killed during this dark moment. As someone who grew up in Rwanda and experienced firsthand what happened in Rwanda since Kagame's RPF took arms in 1990 to start the war with Rwanda, which ended into the genocide, I owe it to the whole world to tell the truth of what I witnessed during this time. What I have seen, what I have experienced, I share in a few words in this video. So April 7, 2025, we watched Kagame commemorating the Kwibuka 31st. We saw him take the stage to commemorate what he started on April 6, 1994. I will tell you the root cause of Rwanda's and DRC dark history. April 6, 1994 is the beginning of Rwanda's dark history. And because this problem was not dealt with to begin from the root cause, it spilled over into Congo, and it ended up being Congo's dark history as well. Today, the world must rise up as one, solve this problem from the root cause. If not, I am certain that this problem will spread to the whole world. On the night of April 6, 1994, Hutus presidents were assassinated aboard a Falcon 50 jet, which was shot down out of the sky near the president of Rwanda's home in Kigali. For any one of us who lived in Kigali at the time, we have no doubt that this plane was shot down at the order of Kagame, the current Tutsi president of Rwanda. There are many Tutsi witnesses who have come forth from Kagame's camp testifying how they were given order by Kagame to shoot down the plane. Unfortunately, most of them have mysteriously been killed, disappeared, or others fearing for their lives. They decided to remain silent, while others fled the country to seek asylum in foreign countries. When the plane was shot down, my friend, President Juvenal Habyarimana of Rwanda and President Cyprien Ntaryamira of Burundi, both of them Hutus, were killed on the spot alongside with their delegation, which included 2 French crew members. Within 24 hours, more than 10 top leaders from Habyarimana's cabinet, they were mysteriously killed, and those included, number 1, of course, President Habyarimana Juvenal of Rwanda. Number 2, Prime Minister Agathe Uwiringiyimana. Number 3, Army Officer, Chief of Staff, General Nsabimana Deogracias. Number 4, Orderly Officer of the President, Major Tade Bagaragaza. Number 5, the President's Personal Secretary, Colonel Eli Sagatwa. Number 6, Political Counselor of the President, Juvenal Renzaho. Number 7, the President of the Rwanda Constitutional Court, Joseph Kavaruganda. Number 8, Minister of Labor and Social Affairs, Ndasingwa Landward, who was also a Tutsi. Minister of Agriculture, Nzamurambaho Frederick. Number 10, Minister of Information, Ruchogoza Faustin. Number 11, Dr. Emmanuel Akingeneye. The President of Rwanda is his own physician. So my friend, all these 11 top president officials were killed within 24 hours after the president of Rwanda was killed. So, seizing the chaos, Kagame moved on and he seized power. Those of us who lived in Rwanda at the time and have followed this conflict from the beginning even up to now, we have no doubt that these clandestine assassinations were all orchestrated by Kagame's RPF killing machine. These assassinations are the root cause of the Rwanda Genocide. These assassinations are the root cause of April 7 commemoration. In other words, what I want to convey to those who will watch this video, today we would not be commemorating April 7 if there was no assassinations of those two presidents. Kagame knew that he would never get power by election. Number one, coming from the Tutsi minority, who were less than 10% of the Rwanda population. So he knew that he would never win the election. Besides, he was very unpopular among Rwandans. So he decided to take the power by violent means, without caring that he was putting the lives of Tutsi in danger. My friend, these assassinations incited Hutus, Interahamwe militia, to revenge and kill Tutsis. The Interahamwe militia, we want to remind everyone that the president of this Interahamwe militia was a Tutsi. And those who have done the research, and they are not biased, they tell us that Interahamwe militia was founded at the initiation of Tutsis who were incited by Kagame. The Interahamwe militia was very well infiltrated by Kagame's killing squads. Then these Interahamwe began to kill Tutsis. The Tutsis were killed for who they were, without mercy. In the areas controlled by Kagame's RPF, Hutus were killed by thousands as well. It is as if someone knew what would happen after the president of Rwanda was killed. All I know and all that I witnessed is that as soon as the president of Rwanda was killed, RPF began to kill Hutus, especially in the area nearby CND, which is where 600 RPF soldiers were staying. I happened to miraculously survive the killings of RPF on April 6 in Kakiru Remera area by CND, only by divine intervention. I left my sister on April 6, 1994. I left her house a few hours before the plane was shot down. Now, I want to tell you, my friend, according to my plan, according to my sister's plan, according to her family's plan, I was supposed to stay there for a whole week. But on April 6, in the morning, after my sister went to work, my brother called me and he asked me if I wanted to go to the countryside to see my other siblings. I agreed, not knowing that I am actually escaping hell. I survived, but my sister and her family of 4 were not that lucky to survive. They were killed by RPF. May God grant them to rest in peace. And the last time I saw them was the morning of April 6, 1994. As you can see from what I have told you, from what you are reading all over on the internet, the first victims of this Rwanda genocide were not Tutsis. They were Hutus, the 2 Hutus president, their delegation, their cabinet member. But these and their families have no right whatsoever in Rwanda to be remembered in the history of Rwanda. If you commemorate the death of Habyarimana in Rwanda, they will throw you in jail if you're lucky, but if not, they will eliminate you. Prior to these assassinations, I want to remind you that Kagame and his militia, at that time, they attacked Rwanda from Uganda using the same propaganda, using the same methods and tactics which are being used today to attack DRC via Rwanda and Uganda, with, of course, a million of excuses. Oh, we are coming to save the Tutsis. We are coming to stop the genocide. Beloved international community, wake up and beware. During the war between Rwanda and Kagame and his militia, President Habyarimana of Rwanda chose the way of peace, and he accepted negotiations. He accepted to dialogue with President Kagame in Arusha, Tanzania. Arusha Peace Accords were signed. Kagame's RPF, 600 soldiers, were welcomed in Kigali in preparation of the power-sharing arrangements. A ceasefire was imposed. A broad-based transitional government in which multiple Rwanda political parties participated for an inclusive government was established. However, Kagame knowing that he would not win the election, he chose the shortcut. He chose to take power by other means. Habyarimana did everything in his power he could to make peace with Kagame, but nothing would satisfy Kagame except the throne. So on his way back from Arusha, Habyarimana's plan was shot down. Habyarimana died on the spot. The president of Burundi died on the spot, and everybody who was in this plane, they all died. Following those assassinations, Rwanda descended into chaos. Kagame ended the ceasefire. He took arms and he moved on and resumed his war, supported by the international community, supported by the West. Kagame seized the power in Rwanda. The International Criminal Tribunal Court for Rwanda was established by the UN Security Council in 1994, and these ICTR prosecuted Hutus, but many of them were innocent people. They rounded all the many Hutu professionals, intelligent people, the educated, and they rounded them together with the Interahamwe militia, of course, the ones who committed the genocide. And they tried them. However, the one who started everything, the one who started it all was preserved because he was supported by powerful president like President Clinton of United States and many others. He was preserved. The real murderer did not face justice, but instead, the West took him as a hero. They allowed him to tell the story of what happened in the genocide. Because the root cause was not dealt with, and that true justice was not allowed to take its course. There has not been really unity in Rwanda. The human rights abuses in Rwanda is at an all-time high. Rwanda and the Rwandans are bleeding. There has been no healing whatsoever. everything is a cover-up. There is no peace in the region. In fact, it has gone worse. And here we are today, watching the same problem unfolding and spilling over into DRC, Rwanda's neighbor country. It is time. It is time for the world to solve this problem from the roots up. If not only is it spilling into Congo DRC, but if not resolved, if not dealt with, it will soon spread into Burundi. If this problem is not solved from the roots up, it will spread into other Rwanda's neighboring countries. But not only that, I am here to warn you, it will spread through the whole world.